All right, for the first question, you're going to multiply everything in the first bracket by 2x and everything in the second bracket by the coefficient in front of this bracket, which is understood to be a 1. So basically you're multiplying everything in the bracket by positive 1, which really isn't going to change anything. So this is 2x times y is 2xy, and 2x times negative x is negative 2x squared, because remember you add the exponents when you multiply powers with the same base, plus 1 times y is y, and 1 times negative 2x squared is negative 2x squared. So we'll collect like terms. I'm going to put the x squared terms first. And then I'm going to put in plus 2xy, and then finally plus y. The only thing we can add or subtract are the first two terms here. So negative 2x squared minus 2x squared is negative 4x squared. And then write plus 2xy plus y. Right, the next one. So 3x minus, and we got to do this multiplication before we do any adding or subtracting. So when we multiply this, we're going to multiply everything in the bracket by negative 5y. So this is equal to 3x negative 5y times x is going to be negative 5, and I'm going to put the x first just so we can recognize like terms. So we'll put it in an alphabetical order, but it doesn't really matter. And negative 5y times negative y is going to be positive 5, and y times y is y squared plus y squared. So I'll put the y squared terms first. So 5y squared plus y squared plus 3x subtract 5xy. So I've collected my like terms. Now I'm going to combine them. So this is 6y squared. Remember, you add the coefficients. You keep the variable and the exponent the same when you're adding like terms. Plus 3x subtract 5xy. The next question is we're going to multiply everything in the bracket by 4p for the first bracket and everything in the second bracket by the number that's understood to be in front here, which is negative 1. So we're going to multiply everything in the second bracket by negative 1. So this is equal to 4p times q is 4pq. 4p times negative p is subtract 4p squared. Then we multiply everything in the bracket by negative 1, so this is going to be minus p squared. And negative times a negative is going to be a positive, and it's going to be q squared. So now collect like terms. Negative 4p squared minus p squared plus q squared plus 4pq all simplifies to be negative 5p squared plus q squared plus 4pq. And it really doesn't matter what order you put them in, but make sure that your coefficient on the p squared term is negative 5. Your coefficient on the q squared term is 1, and the coefficient on the pq term is positive 4. All right, next question, you're going to multiply everything in the first bracket by x and everything in the second bracket by negative 3y. So x times x is x squared. X times negative y is negative xy. Multiplying everything in the second bracket by negative 3y. So negative 3y times y is negative 3y squared. And negative 3y times negative x, well, it's going to be positive because a negative times a negative is a positive. So the sign are all going to change inside the bracket because we're multiplying by a negative term. And so this will be plus 3xy. So we'll collect the like terms. I'll put the x squared term first, minus 3y squared, subtract xy, plus 3xy. And the only terms we can add here is the negative xy and the plus 3xy. So this is x squared plus, x squared minus 3y squared plus 2xy. The last question. So we're going to multiply everything in the first bracket by 6a and everything in the second bracket by 3b. So 6a times a is 6a squared plus 6a times b is 6ab plus 3b times b is 3b squared. And this is going to be 3b times negative a. And I'm going to put the terms multiplied in alphabetical order. So it's 3 minus 3ab. So when we collect the like terms, 6a squared plus 3b squared plus 6ab minus 3ab is equal to 6a squared plus 3b squared plus 3ab.